When Joseph was brought out of the prison, he shaved, changed his clothes, and stood before Pharaoh. Pharaoh told him that he had dreams that troubled him deeply, and that no one in Egypt could explain them. Joseph answered that interpretations belonged to God, not to him. Pharaoh described his dreams. He saw 7 healthy cows coming up out of the Nile, followed by 7 thin cows that devoured the healthy ones, yet remained thin. Then he saw 7 full ears of grain swallowed by 7 thin and scorched ears. Joseph explained that the dreams were one and the same. God was revealing what he was about to do. 7 years of great abundance were coming to Egypt, followed by 7 years of severe famine that would consume the land. Joseph advised Pharaoh to choose a wise man to oversee Egypt and store grain during the years of plenty. Pharaoh recognized the wisdom God had given Joseph. He placed his signet ring on Joseph's hand, dressed him in fine linen, put a gold chain around his neck, and made him ruler over all Egypt, second only to Pharaoh. Joseph was 30 years old when he stood before Pharaoh, king of Egypt. Joseph traveled throughout the land and gathered grain in great abundance during the years of plenty. When the famine came, it spread across all lands, but in Egypt there was food. People from many nations came to Egypt to buy grain. In Canaan, Jacob heard that there was grain in Egypt and sent his sons to buy food, keeping Benjamin at home. When Joseph's brothers arrived in Egypt, they bowed before him with their faces to the ground. Joseph recognized them, but they did not recognize him. Joseph spoke harshly to them and accused them of being spies. They said they were brothers, sons of one man, with a younger brother at home and one brother who was no more. Joseph kept Simeon bound and told them to return with their youngest brother. As they left, the brothers said among themselves that they were being punished because of what they had done to Joseph. Joseph heard them and turned away to weep. The famine continued, and Jacob finally allowed Benjamin to go with them. When Joseph saw Benjamin, his heart was deeply moved. He prepared a feast for his brothers and seated them in order of their birth, astonishing them. Joseph ordered his silver cup to be hidden in Benjamin's sack. After they left, his servants stopped them, and the cup was found in Benjamin's sack. The brothers returned in despair. Judah stepped forward and pleaded for Benjamin, offering himself as a slave instead. He spoke of his father's sorrow and love for the boy. Joseph could no longer control himself. He sent everyone out of the room and wept aloud. Then he said to his brothers that he was Joseph and asked if his father was still alive. His brothers were terrified and could not answer him. Joseph told them not to be distressed or angry with themselves for selling him into Egypt, because God had sent him ahead to preserve life. He said that what they meant for evil, God meant for good. Joseph embraced his brothers and wept. He sent for his father, and Jacob came to Egypt with his entire household. When Joseph met his father, he fell on his neck and wept for a long time. Joseph provided food for his family throughout the famine. Before Jacob died, he blessed his sons. After Jacob's death, Joseph's brothers feared revenge, but Joseph told them not to be afraid and promised to care for them. Joseph lived many years in Egypt and saw his children and grandchildren. Before he died, he said that God would one day bring the people of Israel out of Egypt. Joseph died in Egypt, trusting in God's promise.